So we're going to pretend that this guy is the man of the year. This is Gandhi. This is MLK. This is Malcolm X. This is George Washington bringing freedom to all Americans. This has got to be the greatest man ever to put so much money and time and effort into going after Luigi Mangione. So he had a DUI. People make mistakes or whatever, but he was putting everybody's life at risk, right? Putting everybody's life at risk 7 years ago. And then I also heard that this guy was divorced. So everybody keeps talking about how he's a good family man, good hard worker, was a struggling worker man, worked hard to get to the top, but that's not the case. And then when you just compare and contrast when it comes to the Sonia Masseys or the Jordan Neelys or the Destiny Hope, that was a 2-month-old baby, got shot in the head by the cops, Brandon Durham, Uzziah Shell, Daley Jackson. They were violence interrupters. How come nobody gives a fuck about their lives? When are we going to catch their murderers? When are we going to do something about their murderers? Here's a crazy-ass story. So apparently this old man is being scammed. He doesn't know what's going on, and so I don't know exactly what's going on either. But the way it looks like to me, she says she's here to pick up a package, right? She works for Uber, and so she gets a text on her message that says you need to pick up a package. Well, this guy doesn't know how anything works, right? So he's got somebody who's scamming the fuck out of him. Scamming the fuck out of him. So they're calling him, threatening his family, and then they called Uber and they called her out. So these two people don't know each other. They're both innocent people. They're both victims. And yet here he's got a fucking pistol pointed right at her. And she's not being threatening. She's not being mean. Look at, she just seems scared and bewildered and doesn't understand what's going on. He's eventually going to shoot her in the leg, shoot her in the shoulder, and then she's going to die. She's going to die. This happened 8 months ago. William Brock, he's charged with the murder of Uber driver Lolitha Hall, 61. She's 61 years age. So in 6 years, she's going to get on Social Security, be on Easy Street, have that UBI check so, she could just take her time with things. Not have to worry about doing these dumb, fucking, stupid-ass jobs, driving over here to pick up a fucking package. This happened in Ohio somewhere. But, he's going to get bonded out. He murdered a person. And then if you see his mugshot, he's got like this weird little smirk. Hey, I didn't know what was going on. I was just, good old boy, just doing my own thing. And then I had these people scamming me. So you have what? He got on to fucking Facebook one day, and then some piece of shit from out of fucking Texas. And you have scamming motherfuckers all over the fucking place just trying to pull their bullshit all the time. And he's out on bond. We know exactly who this person is, what he's up to, what he did, and he's out on bond. Sean Grayson, we're told, is going to get out on bond too. And he's out on bond. So how come they get to be out on bond, but Luigi Mangione, he's not out on bond. We got to perp walk him with fucking $1 million fucking rifles and a whole bunch of fucking crazy shit. Now, I haven't seen half these other things that I pulled up, but this shit's happening all over the place. So this woman is going to get shot and killed. So this is a pregnant woman. 21-year-old Takaya Young was suspected of shoplifting, was shot when she accelerated her car towards an officer, killing her and her unborn daughter. So, okay, times are tough. She shouldn't have been shoplifting, but she just ended her life and her baby's life. They're dead now. Let's see here. What is this about? My God, if you look at all these things on the side here. Teen shocks cops with surprise. Woman playing stealing games. Shoplifting parents. Okay, let's see here. Dismembered. Parents find son's new wife dismembered in their cabin. Dismembered. This is fucking shit, crazy-ass times. So let's see here. What is this? Fatal shooting of an Ohio woman August 14th. This just happened a couple months ago. Witnesses said that the gunman rear-ended Megan Kellerman's car at a Taco Bell drive-thru. I remember this. He rear-ended her, gets out of the car, shoots and kills her. What happened to the guy? I'm not for sure what happened to the guy.
It was supposed to be a quick trip to the Taco Bell drive-thru. Instead, it was the last thing this Ohio woman ever did.
Somebody was murdered in front of the Taco Bell on Grand Road.
The gunman first rear-ended her vehicle, and after that, pulled out his illegal weapon.
The reality is criminals can get anything they want.
Okay, so, you know, I don't know exactly the details of this guy. I feel like he's going to, you know what, kill himself or something, or he's going to die. So Jason Williams is at his wit's end. Goes to the Taco Bell, right, wants to get his fucking burrito too, and then gets pissed off at somebody. She cuts him off or some shit, and then that's it. Fucking dude snaps and says that's going to be all she wrote. Jason Williams turned the gun on himself. So, okay, well, I mean, goddamn, open and shut case, huh? Right? He fucking got mad, did something terrible, shot himself. So, okay. I mean, this shit is just happening all over the fucking place. The reason why I'm talking about all this is there was, I just watched this one case where I'm not for sure where it's at. But the woman just got shot randomly on the street. She was sitting inside her car. Somebody drove up, shot her, drove off. And they know that it was a red car. They found the driver of the red car, but they didn't arrest the driver of the red car because the driver of the red car said he didn't know what he was talking. What are you talking about? I remember talking to this one goddamn fucking asshole. I had fucking bullshit that happened. They're going to let me stay. And then they're like, respect the house, respect this, respect that. I'm out in the fucking woods, sitting there goddamn doing a bunch of woodwork, bunch of fucking, you know, goddamn chopping up wood and shit. And I missed the damn thing that I was supposed to go to. Later on, 5 years later, I was like, remember when you said respect the house, respect this, respect that? The woman goes, what are you talking about? Like, over the top, like over the fucking top. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? As if like what I was saying was absolutely just beyond fucking belief.
As the footage shows a, quote, gross misuse of power and authority.
Hey, out of the car. Out of the car.
Newly released police body camera footage shows 21-year-old Takia Young, a pregnant woman, repeatedly being told by 2 police officers to get out of her car last week.
Out of the car.
Now, any excuse will serve a tyrant, right? So if you're a fucking tyrannical piece of shit where you're like, well, she stole something, so therefore her and her baby should die. Is that justice? The Godfather said that, you know, the one woman got raped and then the guy wanted to commit murder, and he was like, no, you come to ask me on the day of my daughter's wedding to commit murder. That is not justice. Your daughter was raped, but she is still alive. That is not justice. So she stole something. She didn't steal something. Who knows, right? We need to figure out the facts, right? We need to discern what's true and what's not. Let's say she stole a fucking t-shirt. Let's say, hell, it was $200 worth of stuff. Well, she needs to give the stuff back. She needs to pay $200, right? There needs to be some kind of retribution. She's in a car. Well, what are we going to do now? We're going to fucking be a bunch of Nazi tyrannical motherfuckers. You get out of the car right now. And then she was like, well, I don't want to get in trouble. So then she takes off. Now she's dead.
Young, who was suspected of
and they'll try to say, oh, my life was threatened, my life was threatened. No, her life was threatened. Her life was threatened as soon as those motherfuckers showed up on the scene. Is there anything else that these guys could have done? Is there anything else that these guys could have done? Okay, I'm just looking at random-ass things. You're just watching this randomly with me, right? Officers indicted in fatal shooting at pregnant woman. Are you going to shoot me? Video of Takia Young's deadly. I mean, I'm not going to show too much of this because, okay, oh, he's got his fucking camera on. Now he's going to go confront her, right? Oh, we're going to get some good footage here, right? Some motherfucker is like, hey, I'm just doing my damn job. That's all I was doing. Meanwhile, you got Mr. 34 Felony, who's fucking goddamn president, right? Mr. 34 Felony president who says all cops can do no wrong. And then we're not showing the police officer's face because we got to protect the dude's fucking privacy, right? That's real important. And he's just sitting there, just get out. You better get out. I mean, is there a way you could have fucking handled that? Is there a way you could? He just fucking killed her. Shot her, killed the baby. So that's abortion, right? All these pro-life people. It's not about control. It's not about loving animals. It's not about loving people. It's not about any of that shit. We need to make sure that the goddamn Walmart makes a fucking buck. That's the most important thing in the world. Make sure Walmart makes a buck. Again, I'm just randomly watching this. So I was trying to find that one woman. I mean, she just got shot in the blue, and they were trying to say that it just happened for no reason. But it probably didn't happen for no reason. You know, somebody popped off at the mouth. Somebody said something. It takes two to tangle, right? It takes two to tangle. Let's see here. 24-year-old woman shot and injured. Cleveland, Ohio, and Ohio City.
24-year-old was in serious condition when they took her to Metro Health Medical Center. As soon as we know more, we'll update you on the 19 News app.
And man, we're going to be fucking up in arms about that, right? She got shot. Was it just? Was it not just? Shouldn't we find the killer? Shouldn't we find the fucking shooter? I mean, we're going to sit there and pretend like, you know, people's lives don't matter. Mom makes things 10 times worse after fleeing. Let's see here. Akron mayor says police threatened over Thanksgiving shooting death of 15-year-old. He's listen to that story. That story sounds crazy. Oh, what? You don't think it's okay for me to kill a 15-year-old, so you're going to threaten me?
Threats targeting local police officers. It's all over the deadly shooting of a 15-year-old.
The mayor has been saying this behavior is unacceptable. First and four, Brittany Ware is live with...
Oh, man, that's some tough words there. Guys, this is unacceptable. If one of our cops kills a 15-year-old... So I'm sure this is going to be another justified shooting, right? We know who the guy who shot him. We know who shot him. Is he going to get out on bond? Is he going to fucking walk around and prance around and fucking laugh and be merry? He just killed a 15-year-old. Was it just? Was it not just? I want to say I heard about this. Akron mayor, something about there was gunshots in the neighborhood. Guy was walking down the street. They fucking killed him. He had a gun on him, but guess what? So did the fucking police. They had a gun on him too. So were the police involved or was he involved? They had no, you know, their shots were fired, but they don't know why. They don't know who. They don't know anything. They just show up, see a 15-year-old black man, young black man walking down the street.
We do not know yet how many times the teen was hit, but police did find a gun zipped up inside Tucker's coat.
Zipped up in his coat. So it wasn't brandished. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't outside. He's not pointing it at anybody. You have a right to bear arms. That's what the Bruin decision, Second Amendment, that's what Heller McDonald says. You're Rahimi. So, you know, unless you've been a criminal person over and over again, you have a right to bear arms. You have a right to bear arms to protect yourself inside your home. You have a right to protect yourself outside of the home. So him having a gun, that proves nothing. That proves absolutely nothing. And any excuse will serve a tyrant, right? Any excuse will serve a tyrant.
The death of Jasmine Tucker sparking outrage in the community. Mayor Shamus Malik said the threats came against specific officers and the entire...
Here's one. Florida mom kidnapped and killed her own daughter. Wow, okay. What's this? Bitch better be dead. Well, that's pretty fucking crazy. South Bend pastor accused of sexual crimes against minor. Okay, that's fucked up. LAPD officer shoots at woman who hit pedestrian with a car. East Cleveland property owner makes repairs after 19 investigations. So truly heartbreaking. Let's take a look at another video here. This woman just goes up to another woman and shoots her in the head. Just walks right up, shoots her in the head, gets in the car, and then, you know, goes on, drives on away. And she had her hazard lights on, so, I mean, I guess we should have just known that's what was going to fucking happen. What is this shit about? Just walks right up, shoots. This is in Brooklyn. This was right there on camera. Like, fucking life don't matter. We know who killed. We got the video who killed her. Did she get arrested? Did she get perp walk? Are we spending any money whatsoever to go after her? Let's see. There's the Sonia Massey shooting. Woman doesn't realize her Tinder date is a killer. Heated confrontation ends horrifically. Grandma snaps and shoots baby in the head. Oh, don't trust grandma. Family speaks out after man gets 10 years for shooting wife. Mom makes 10 times. Let's see. When a date ends in handcuffs, racist Karens get slapped in the face. Masked man gets shot while trying to carjack undercover police officer with a gun. Let's see here. Chaos erupts. Teen killer laughs after realizing victim is dead. Let's take a look at this video.
And some new details tonight about that triple homicide in Columbus. Less than an hour ago, Columbus police released the names of the 3 women found dead in South Columbus. We first...
Triple homicide. So what the hell is this about, right? Wasn't it that John R. Lyons that had targeted Nick Fuentes? He was part of a... that guy was... did a triple homicide and went up to Nick's house, right? So he was going to do a quadruple homicide. ended up getting himself killed. But this is what is this about, right? So is, you know, I want to believe that the woman who got shot in the car had it. Just that when people say she didn't do nothing, you know, that is possible. Somebody could just run up on somebody and just shoot them and then just laugh about it and then fucking go on. But it's not always like that. Sometimes there's a reason, you know. Sometimes somebody did something to somebody else, and, you know, sometimes there's a reason. So if we want to discern the truth, if we want to try to get down to the nitty gritty, try to find out what, you know, what's right, what's wrong, what happened, get to the truth. Without objective truth, we can't have objective justice. So it just, murder happens in America routinely. And if you're not a CEO of a healthcare fucking industry, you know, of a healthcare company, a fucking insurance company, $500 billion insurance company, your life doesn't fucking matter.
Told you about this when it happened Saturday afternoon. We now know the women killed were 34-year-old Sierra Muse, 49-year-old Dawn Clover, 36-year-old Tiffany Parrish. Right now, no one has been arrested for their deaths, and this is what we know right now at this hour. Police were called to a home on South Ohio Avenue, right by 3rd.
Nobody was arrested. Nobody's arrested. How come there isn't a big manhunt? This is a murder. There's a murderer running around Columbus. Nobody fucking worries about it. Columbus, right? That's Christopher Columbus, the Spanish conquistador. Killed 500,000 Tainos. He did fucking genocide as soon as he came.
One scene. There's so many moving parts because investigators obviously aren't sure exactly of everything, so they want to make sure they have a full picture in their head of what actually happened to piece these things together.
And just 4 days before the women were found, police say someone shot and killed 45-year-old Daryl Hambrick just half a mile from where those women were found. A friend of Hambrick told 10 TV Hambrick lived at the home where these women were found that night. We asked Columbus police if the two homicide investigations are...
So a serial killer in Columbus?
Police are releasing new information about a triple homicide. 3 women dead on the south side over the weekend.
Now, police believe this incident is connected to a separate deadly shooting that happened days before, less than a mile away. NBC4 crime and safety reporter Anna Hoffman spoke with police and one of the victim's family members. And police leaders also wanted to address rumors that have been circulating on social media about this, right?
Yes, Jared, they did. There has been a lot of talk online about a serial killer being responsible for these shootings. Entire Columbus community are shaken in the
Maybe out there.
Saturday afternoon, 34-year-old Sierra Muse, 49-year-old Dawn Clover, and 36-year-old Tiffany Parrott.
Here's a couple more videos. Kids chose to sleep on porch. Parents did everything they could.
Tonight on The Edge, it has been a week since we last told you the story of 2 brothers living on their parents' porch in the cold. Now, a major update on this case that's had a lot of people talking. Viewers have been reaching out. They've been asking what happened to those boys.
Well, Detroit police are on the case, but the future of the brothers is still unclear tonight.
So when it comes to the media, they don't give a damn about any of this. It's just a story. Here's some pictures. Watch our thing. Now give us some money, right? Well, we are so outraged. We can't believe it happened. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. I kind of stopped at this when it seemed like we had seen a picture of the lady.
Some of the incidents are connected to a serial killer.
She is one of the most kind.
Aunt says her niece, a mother of 4, did live at that South Ohio Avenue address.
She is one of the most kindest people you will ever meet.
Address records show Parrish did live at the address. Those records also show Hambrick lived in that same home on South Ohio before Parrish did.
So, I mean, what's going on here, America? People are just getting shot left and right.
Home invasion on the main line. Kelvin Roberts now facing first-degree murder charges. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Sheba Russell. The Montgomery County District.
So this is a home invasion, or did he just walk into the wrong house?
The motive in
Is that often? Oops, I just walked into the wrong house. Was he visiting a friend?
At the wrong house.
Roberts and his accomplice, 41-year-old Charles Falforth, accused of hitting the house on Meredith Road on December 8th. And Jeff, prosecutors say both suspects worked at the same junk removal service.
Yes, they did. They worked together. One was the boss of the others, and clearly, says the DA, they were, in fact, looking to steal firearms. But not only did they do it in the wrong home, they did it in the wrong county. Early afternoon along the Scepter line in Upper Moreland, police with a dog searched the area where Kelvin Roberts was chased and captured, wanted in connection with a fatal Lower Marion home invasion. Workers in a nearby business say they saw police swarm at 7:30.
Maybe about 50, 60 yards from those two lights to the right, supposedly is where they got him in the woods hiding.
So he's hiding back in the woods?
He's hiding back in the woods.
Dogs and the cops
yeah,
chased him down?
There was cops, like I said, on both sides of the tracks all over.
Roberts and...
So, what's going on in this case, right? It just seems like this shit's so fucking routine. Florida deputy killed by man with an AK rifle after trying to help him. I mean, there's good and bad cops, there's good and bad people. Just to make it seem like one person, you know, you want me to give a damn about some rich and powerful person. When are these motherfuckers going to give a fuck about us? The working class, the homeless, the working class, poor people.
Beloved sheriff's deputy murdered by a homeless man he tried so hard to help. I have the heartbreaking case of the death of Sergeant.
Vehicle was spotted at Popeyes.
Now!
This guy's trying to help him.
What's going on? Put your f***ing hands up!
It was making it sound like he was like a good Samaritan. Looks like he's got a fucking assault rifle pointed right after the guy.
Go through the drive-through side. We can't see his hands.
Man, let's see. Florida deputy killed by man with an AK rifle after trying to help him. Is this guy helping him? Is he helping him right now?
Shots fired! Shots fired! Was that you? You good? I need someone with a shield! It's a dog! I think it's a dog!
Deputies then went to the truck, where another camera recorded the truck. A dog was inside, and they found a rifle.
Stand by. Stand by.
Seems to be, it counts for the round ricocheting.
Got it? The sheriff broke down what you just watched.
And at one point, he made an overt movement, and Deputy Andrea Short fired a single round into the truck, striking the shooter. As other units arrived, they were able to safely approach the truck and enter it, and were able to remove him. When they opened up the truck, the rifle that was later determined to be used in the murder of Elio Diaz was lying in his lap within his hands.
Questions. Why was this man armed and wearing an armored vest, ready to take on sheriff's deputies? And who is he? He was reported missing in March. Montgomery County Police in Maryland put out this missing poster asking for information about Mostyn, saying he was last seen on March 30th. Driving a white 2000
So
Ford
Andrew
F-150
Mostyn
with
Jr.?
Georgia registration.
They're saying he was a
The license
homeless
plate
guy.
number was
Homeless
RYH
guy, or he's having some
3051.
fucking issues. Where's his
Mostyn
mother
was
and
driving
father at?
toward Washington, D.C.
His criminal history is actually...
Maryland? I thought, you know, Maryland's New England.
He had a couple DUIs, possession of marijuana.
Oh, shit. Couple DUIs. Well, he's a piece of shit, right?
They did have a
That's a
well-being
piece of
check for
shit.
him out of Pennsylvania. And he later checked himself into a facility in Georgia. From what we've learned from the mother, she said that he self-medicates and also becomes manic. That he uses hallucinogens, which we did find packets of mushrooms in the vehicle.
Oh, no. That's, oh, man. I guess that's all right then, huh?
Okay, we are going to West Valley City, where police are speaking about the homicide case there.
And we were not able to...
Utah. Shit's happening in Utah as well.
Or any kind of a crime, and so we told the family member to please keep in touch with us if there was anything further that they needed. Today, the woman who lives inside this home did not show up for work, so that same family member did come back to the house and...
5 are found dead in a West Valley City homicide. These fucking killings are happening all over the place. Handgun found under the body of father after 5 found dead. So, handgun on the body. The father just shoots the whole fucking family, huh? West Valley father believed to have shot, killed his family members, then himself. So, well, we know, I mean, he was a good family man, right? He was a hard worker, CEO. Come on now. Come on now. How fucking foolish are you? How fucking foolish are you? You want me to give a damn about the rich and the powerful, then the rich and the powerful need to give a damn about the not powerful and the not rich. If they don't give a fuck about us, why should we give a fuck about them? If they don't give a fuck about us, we're supposed to care for our oppressors. We're supposed to care for the people that's living large and, you know, high on the hog and fucking wealthy, privileged, insanely great lives. We're supposed to give a fuck about them when they don't give a fuck about not only the daily, you know, struggle. Can you be a good person in America if you're, you know, poor and powerless? Is it possible to be a good person? You're poor and powerless. You're surrounded by a bunch of fuckers. If you don't fucking stand up for yourself a little bit, then they're just going to fucking take everything, right? If you're not willing to fight for yourself, well, they'll just take everything that you got because you're not willing to fight for yourself. You're just a victim. You're an easy lick, right? So you're vulnerable. You're by yourself. You're an easy lick. And then look at how the media just feast upon this. Oh, Southeastern REMC. Okay, we got to see this advertisement, right? That's real important. We got to look at this advertisement. This is what we're doing. This is the media. The media, they get your eyeballs so that way you'll look at the advertisers.
Fiber internet service. It's why REMCs exist, and together it all works. Southeastern Indiana REMC. 28,000 members, 7 counties, one very dependable utility.
Okay, so make sure you get a good utility, everybody. So they'll fucking feast upon our blood and say, here's a story. Somebody shot somebody. Somebody raped, stole something, assaulted somebody. Cop got shot. Cop did some shooting. Guy got shot by somebody we don't know who. Who gives a shit? Woman got killed. 5 people got killed. Family got killed. Oh, make sure we go ahead and block out that cell phone. Who is he talking to right before he walks into the damn door?
I got as far as the doorway. I didn't get. Don't go in. Oh, this is a murder scene. Decapitation.
A decapitation. Don't go in. It's a decapitation, guys.
And proudly shared her wins with the world. For example, at 18 years old, Angie weighed 128 pounds, but by 21, through diet and exercise, she had transformed.
Married back in October. Almendades says it wasn't until Angie got married that
services for help.
And
okay.
And your date of birth?
So Texas. This happens in Texas.
And do you know your driver's license number, Miss?
Do we want to find any more? I mean, I think I've made my point. Regular people go through shit all the time. They go through shit all the fucking time. And if we don't have the police protection, we don't have all the privileges that the rich and the powerful have, you're expecting us to do a whole lot more with a whole lot less. You want us to get done a whole lot more with a whole lot less. You live in a nice gated community, so anything you do, any efforts you put out there, if you go work a job, you get paid for that job, right? What if you go work for some piece of shit that doesn't fucking pay you? And you need that money to pay your fucking landlord. If you don't pay your landlord, you're going to get fucking evicted. So you got to hurry up, make that money, make that money. This guy just fucking fucked you over. Now what are you going to do? Now you're back 2 weeks. You're not going to be able to pay your cell phone or fucking internet. What are you going to do? So,